Hello guys, today I'm going to present you UAE accounting software. It's called TypingEverything. In this video we'll make it very short because the software it has to be split into multiple videos. So everybody get used to this software and how to use it, and what are the benefits of using this software, what are the features, what you can do and what you cannot do with this software. So accounting software is required for new or small businesses. So this software, obviously it has RBA, which is role-based access, meaning the administrator or manager or user has different roles and they can and cannot do different things. Of course, an administrator can create everything, update everything, and create other users as well, but every admin can also delete users, add new users, etc. So let's log in first with the administrator user and let's see the dashboard. Okay, this is the TypingEverything software, accounting software. As we can see here, this is the dashboard which can display the statistic of our daily transactions or monthly or everything we can see here. As you can see, let me explain to you this dashboard. What does it mean? What are the things here? Those numbers, everything. So here it's displaying the paid invoices in this row. It's displaying the paid invoices and also the percentage of all paid invoices and how many invoices are paid. And this is the daily average, meaning that every day where there are payment, which we can know how much every day we are making using this software. Okay, so in this row we are displaying the paid invoices. In this row we are displaying the unpaid invoices and the daily unpaid. Okay, so unpaid and the percentage, if you combine both of these it will give you 100%, and this is the total of paid and paid, etc, etc. So this is the daily average by each user, how much they are making. Of course we are displaying here only the paid invoices because this is what matters daily, so we can see how much it is paid and which users are working on working and making transactions every day. Also we can see here the payment percentage by status. We can see the status, of course, meaning status of the invoice. So we can see here 28%, which is this, exactly this one, and 70% is paid and 2% here is the cancelled. Okay, so here also we can see as you can see the admin, how much they are making, and this sim user, simple user, and this is manager. Also we are displaying the numbers here, percentage. So also we can see here the top 10 client, meaning how much we are making transaction every day with which client also. So this one, it will give an overview about who are our top 10 client. It's displaying to us, so we can know which one is the number one and two, etc, etc. So let's see here also what we have. This is the dashboard, which we can see like summary of everything, summary of all transactions of our company. Okay, so we are logging in with the admin user. Later on we will see the manager, what he can do, and the user, what he can do. Okay, so this is the dashboard. Of course, what is this TypingEverything? TypingEverything UAE accounting software. This software You can customize your own logo. You can put everything will be on your name. So we will this software, it's not forcing you to use their logo. Okay, so once subscription is done with this software, your logo will display it. All this dashboard will be on your brand name. Okay, so it's not forcing everybody to use this. This is just the logo of this software. So after that, after the setup, this software will be on your name. Okay, let's see this section, which is invoices. In invoices, we can add invoices and we can see the list of invoices. But before we do all those things, we need to add client. Let's make an example. We need to add client. Then we can add item. After that, we create invoice. And we can also cancel the invoice. We can edit the invoice, etc., etc. All those operations. After that, we can see the statement of this client which we create, and we will also pass to the profit loss, and we can check everything. So let's go ahead and add the client. Okay, so we can put company name or client name or anything. So let's say company FFF LLC, for example. Let's put their email here, which will be, let's say, 89cfff@gmail.com. If you have mobile number, so of course you can put their mobile number. Why we need all those information? So later on, when you print the invoice, it will display their information, because you are issuing an invoice from your company to their company. Therefore, it is recommended to put the address. And also, if you have the TRN number, you can put your TRN number. Otherwise, you need to wait until the threshold which they state in the UAE VAT, 3,700, like almost $100,000. So let's say here example address, and let's put TRN, just an example. So we add this client, which is company FFF LLC. Okay, we will add this client. Okay, and okay, the client is added. As you can see, all their information we have, it's created by the administrator. Okay, so you can update the client. You can go next to the, for example, yeah, because we are going, there is no client before that. We can go, for example, here to list of clients. You can see here view. As you can see, you can go to the client back and forth and update whatever you can update. So if we go to our client, we can search here. Of course, you can filter by company name, mobile address, email, and etc., etc. So after creating this client, we can go ahead and add the invoice. As you can see, this is the interface of adding invoice. I will explain to you what does it do, and what you can do with this interface here. So we can simply search for the client which we create. Let's say FFF, so we can bring it on the top. The items, yeah. Before we create the items, let's go here and add item. Of course, it's dynamic. Let's say you can say, for example, whatever iPhone 11 Pro Max. Let's add another item, which will be, let's say, Samsung Galaxy. Okay, as you can see, we created two items, which are the iPhone and the Samsung, which are here. Also, you can filter by any of this way of filtering the data here. So let's go ahead and add invoice with multiple items. Like we say, we can bring the customer like this. And let's select iPhone. Here you can put the description, quantity, the price. Of course, the system will multiply this unit price by quantity and give the total amount. So let's go ahead and click another and add another item, which in this case will be Samsung. Let's say to description 2. Let's say here 3, and here let's say 15. Okay, so also in this I will talk about the quotation later, because I will explain what does it mean, this field here, what has to do with the invoice. Actually, this one you can give quotation, as you can see here in the quotation. After you give the quotation, you can issue invoice, okay, and link the quotation with the invoice. Okay, here also you can attach file. For example, you can send a picture of the mobile, or picture of whatever item you have, or stock, or anything. You can, for example, say it's unpaid until later on when the client pays you. You can issue receipt, and this receipt will automatically update the invoice, meaning cash in. So let's see what happened. Okay, this is the invoice. Okay, the iPhone Pro Max, as you can see here, how much? 23. This is the total, this is the VAT, all the information here you can see. So this is the invoice which we create. Let's go back to the dashboard. Okay, let's make full screen. Okay, so also in this creating invoice, we can send by email. This invoice you can send it by email. What will the system do? It will create invoice and put it for you as PDF, and also it will send it. It's like making two transactions in the same time, two actions in the same time. It will make for you invoice, and the same time it will send an email to the client which you select here. Okay, for example, this company FFF LLC, we add this company in the items, in the clients, and while adding in the clients, you see it will automatically send the email to exactly this email, which is linked to this name. It will send email whenever you select client and you click send by email. It will send to whoever email is linked to. Okay, so this is how the invoices are created and how they are managed. Okay, in this table you can filter out everything by name or by item name, quantity, etc., etc., paid and paid. So let's move forward to the receipt. What does it mean, receipt? As you can see here, the invoice ID is 51 and the status is unpaid. So if we go ahead and create receipt, we can type the invoice name like you see, and when you click print receipt, what will happen? It will update the invoice. Okay, update the invoice to the from unpaid to paid. Okay, this is how it's working. So if we go again to the invoice, as you can see here, if you go to 51, as you can see, it's paid, meaning the payment is done. Okay, so for the quotation, of course, it's the same thing. We can add quotation and send it. As you can see here, you can select client, you can select whatever item you want to send quotation for, you can write description, etc., etc. So let's make here quotation, and automatically it's writing the, let's say, this job or whatever description you want to say. Job within, let's say, 3 days, create quotation. Okay, so you can print the quotation here, and you can see the difference here. It's written quotation, and in tax invoice it's written tax invoice. Everything like this. Okay, so let's go ahead and continue the other things. As we saw the receipt, what you can do with it. The expense, you can see here a list of expenses which your company has. You can add expenses here. Of course, expenses confirmed or unconfirmed, and expense source, is it from the company funds or admin or whoever user is paying this expense. Okay, so in the users, like we said, we can add user, and we can also see which role we can give to this user. It can be manager or sub user, and we can assign this user to whoever username we have in the system. Okay, so items, we already talked about them, now how to add and how to edit. Let's see the general report. Yes, so in this general report, as you can see, the average of payment, of daily payment, and also we have the pie chart, and it's displaying different users. Here we can see the daily general report of everything: total paid and settled, how many pages how many invoices we make, total invoices. This is the daily report. It's different from the. Also, as you can see here, we can make a report. Okay, let's say all users, all payment status, and let's show the report. As you can see here, this is general report. It will display to you paid and paid, cancelled, all payment status, and it will give you the total amount and the total VAT as well. Okay, this is the VAT amount. Okay, so let's exit this. Okay, let's go back. So let's again see the VAT report. Okay, in this VAT report, we can also select the date range and all users to see, because we can, for example, give VAT to each user. Okay, so here we can see the VAT report, as you can see here, with date and time, and this is the VAT amount that you have to pay or